Good morning. Welcome to the CBS morning debrief, this 22nd of June 2010. I'm David Combe. Overnight, the Dow was up 140 points at one stage. However, it gave all of that up and then some to end up closing down 8.2 points. Concerns that some investors had about just how quickly the People's Bank of China would actually revalue its currency, and also the banking giant BNP Paribas raised concerns about Europe's debt troubles when Fitch downgraded the credit rating on that bank. So let's move over and have a look and see what the rest of the numbers were. Starting in Europe, the European session was all up, so it's certainly a strong lead for the US there, but it wasn't to be. FTSE was up 48, DAX up 75, CAC up 48, and the Dow Jones Stock 600 up 2.8 points. Moving across to, or perhaps recapping on the US figures, we can see the price action there on the Dow. The S&P 500 was down 4.31, Nasdaq down 20.71, and the Russell 2000 6.89. Move across to our region just to see what the indice futures are pointing towards, with the Nikkei up 20, Hang Seng up 591, which looks to be a very strong move there. Singapore up 52, and the S&P ASX 200 showing that the market will be down about 30 points at this stage to 45.69. Let's have a look at what the currency pairs are doing. And the US dollar is buying Hong Kong $7.77. It's buying 1.13 Aussie, nearly at parity there on the CAD, buying 1.02, buying 1.10 Swiss francs, and just 67.72 pounds. Yen 91, and 0.81 of the euro. That translates in Aussie dollar terms to 89.79 cents Australian, and the euro at 1.12. Over onto the commodities area, Brent was trading up 60 cents to 78.82. West Texas was trading at 77.43, which was down 39 cents. Natural gas was trading at $4.88, which was up just 1.4 cents. Corn was trading at 374 cents, down 0.75. Oats at 269, which was up 0.75. Rough rice at $10.68, up 3 cents. Soy was trading at 937.75, which is down 1.25. Sugar at 15.96, up 0.58. Wheat at 526.25, which was down 2.25. Copper was trading at 296.5 cents per pound, up 0.55 of a cent. Gold had a big move down, trading at $1,237.70 most recently. Silver at $18.79. Actually came off there. It is now it came off there 6.4 cents. Okay, let's have a look at what sort of economic data will be coming into focus today. with GDP house price balance coming out, expected to be around 15 to 19% level. Of course, we've got the Bank of Japan rate decision. That's not sure when that's actually coming out. The Australian Government Reserve Bank meeting minutes, GDP Consumer Price Index month on month and year on year, and UK house prices. Also have some reasonably significant data out of Germany, which includes economic sentiment, current situation survey and economic sentiment. And that about wraps it up for the markets there. I'd like to have a look here now at an equity trade idea, which is QBE. And certainly since, if we look here at the daily chart, we look back to the date of the Deepwater Horizon explosion, which was the April the 20th, and we'll just find that date here on our chart. So that was the 20th there, and we've certainly seen QBE come off since then, and part of that concern was their exposure to the Deepwater Horizon liabilities there. They have in recent days come out with a market update that, in fact that was dated the 16th, that suggested that their exposure was around $29 million and that they had significant, or to quote, significant external reassurance in place for claims of this nature. So they're certainly making some fairly comforting noises there with regards to that exposure. Now if we move over to our weekly chart, we can certainly see that going back to the first part of 2006, we were working around this level and certainly found some fairly good support, both resistance at the end of 2005 and then support in the first part of 2006. Since then we've traded up to a high of $35, and of course most recently the lowest point was $15 earlier this year. So clearly that's the mark to the low side. But if we do find that this area does offer support, and it does appear to be rounding out a little bit here now that some of this news is clearly priced in, I think we could reasonably put a stop somewhere around the $18.50 level and be reasonably comfortable that if it does come down and hit that, we know that we're wrong, and then perhaps we'd look to get set again down closer to $15. Assuming that doesn't happen, then we might see some good upside here, up to around $21, $22 even. In the meantime, it's paying 6.75% dividend yield based on historical performance there. So might be one to watch and put in your watch list. We'll see what happens there. That about wraps up the morning debrief. Thanks very much for your attention. Have a great day. Speak soon.